Hey everybody, it's April Setti, and this is the Jersey Buzz podcast, and it is summer of 2025, and I have been having a blast at county fairs. Burlington County Farm Fair just happened not long ago, and what I really loved about it was getting the opportunity to meet the Jersey kids that are tied in with agriculture and really are just amazing and have great stories. So with me today, I have with me the Farm Fair Queen, who's just now removed, passed your title on. And welcome to the show, Shelby.
Thank you, April.
So I am so excited, and you look so beautiful. Oh,
Thank
I'm
you.
obsessed with the tiara. So what inspired you to, apply for Farm Fair Queen? Because it's a huge role, and we're going to get into what it is. But what made you want to do this? Because, you had some competition.
Oh, yeah. So my freshman year, I saw it. You can't apply freshman year, but I got so excited about it because agriculture was such a big part of me. I was just getting into it in high school, and it was just such an exciting thing to do. And I was getting into FFA and public speaking, and I knew I needed to work on my public speaking. And, I wanted a tiara, so it was just something I wanted to do. So I waited until I could, and I did.
Yeah. I mean, look at that tiara.
I know.
I know.
The best
That
one.
is like bling on steroids. And who doesn't love bling? Mm-hmm. See? Anyway, so for those listening who don't know what a Farm Fair Queen represents, it's not Barbie with a tiara. It's legit. I mean, it looks good. But tell everybody what the Farm Fair Queen's role and responsibilities are.
So I advocate for agriculture and the fair and agriculture within the fair and how it brings the community together and everything that's a part of all of that. So I get to go to different community events and even talk to people at the farm fair and tell them what it's about if they've never been, because people from all over show up. Like I was talking to just this year, people that came over from over the river in PA, and they didn't know anything about it, so I got to talk to them.
I know. What I like about the Burlington County Farm Fair, because, that's how we met, and then we palled around for a year, is that, you have your rides and you have your games and everything, but then you have the 4-H and you have the animals, the livestock. This year, the livestock was amazing. They had the dairy shows were back, the sheep shows were back. And even if you came for there and somebody just gets a glimpse of that milk comes from a dairy cow, not a grocery store. I mean, It's a process. So what were some of the things that you were able to learn by representing agriculture? Because I know you guys have a farm. Don't you guys have a farm?
Yes, I live on a farm. And so I was never a part of 4-H. So it was really cool to go around the 4-H tents and learn about all the different things that they do, because they have different clubs that are called different things, like the Critter Club and stuff like that. So it was really cool to just kind of not be a part of it, but learn a lot more about it, because I was never really a part of it. Along with like the FFA tents, they've been getting more into the animal showing and everything. So it's just a really great experience to see all of that.
Yeah, let's dive into FFA, because again, along with the Farm Fair Queen and 4-H, most people don't understand, but as you are part of the FFA, correct? Mm-hmm. Now, were you past president? Or?
Yes, I was the president last year. The year before I was vice president, and the year before that I was reporter. So I've had a long history in FFA.
Yeah. Tell people what it is.
So it technically stands for Future Farmers of America, but I believe it was 1986, sometime in the 80s, they changed it to the National FFA organization, because it doesn't just stand for farmers, it's everything in agriculture. So like floriculture, there's a bunch of different career development events that we can participate in, leadership development events. I mean, I've gained so much public speaking skills and so many different skills. I participated in the leadership development event employment skills for states, which I won first place, and I'll be going to nationals in Indianapolis. So that was such a great experience, and I'm so excited. It's something that I feel like every FFA kid dreams of going to. So it's just there's so much to be involved in. It's amazing.
Wow. When's nationals?
October, like late October.
Okay.
Yeah, the last week.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You're going to be a busy girl. We'll get into like going out to Colorado and everything. But
Yeah.
keeping on to FFA. So what was your favorite part of FFA?
That's actually a really hard question. I loved all of the field trips and just getting to bond with my team and everyone who went with us. I connected to so many people all over New Jersey. Like there's this one chapter, they were new, I believe, my sophomore year, Vineland, it was so exciting for them and for us to just meet everyone and make connections. And such a great group of people. Everyone that goes is amazing. And all the field trips are so fun. They have so many activities and things to do, and there's always something that you can personally connect with.
Now, so what school do you go to?
Northern Burlington.
Okay. Does every school have an FFA?
No, definitely not. I believe we are the only one in our county besides Pemberton, but it's definitely very limited, especially in New Jersey. A lot of tech schools have FFA, but even then, not every school gets to participate in a lot because of funding, and agriculture isn't as widely known and appreciated in New Jersey.
Okay, I am so glad you said that. First of all, you're the youth in the future, and coming out of your beautiful mouth is amazing because it's not. We are the Garden State. And the reason why I have just become obsessed with agriculture, first of all, farmers are the hardest working people. And then I started going to the Burlington County Farm Fair and different 4-H events across New Jersey. And just realizing that, most people don't understand the impact that the warehouses are making or that overdevelopment makes on just from the tree to the bug to the insect to the caterpillar to the bird. All of that impacts, right, our growth, and no farmers, no food.
Exactly.
Sorry, people. I don't care. You really want your stuff. Have you ever tasted celery in a grocery store? It's nasty. You taste fresh celery or a fresh cucumber from a garden. There is a distinct difference. And I learned that last year, and I was like, what have I been eating? So again, I love how your generation is really picking up, because I understand that there's been a growth in even the 4-H clubs of kids participating.
Yeah, there's definitely been like a decline, I think, in everything from 2020. But luckily, I believe like even FFA is picking back up like with speed, like we're doing so good. But about the agriculture declining, Burlington County doesn't even have any dairy farms. We lost all of our dairy farms. So it's just something that like we need to help advocate for, just so things can keep going.
Yeah. That's interesting. I can't believe you just said that. At the farm fair, we interviewed the dairy farmer that was there. And that interview, so stay tuned because it was pretty in depth. But she's up in, I think, Sussex County. And you're right. We have no more dairy farmers. And I asked why. And that is, there's a legit reason why. But the generational farm, the kids, like, first of all, the pay is hard for the workload. And then the generations are, they don't want to do that. But there's agritourism now. You can actually turn, I know Hunter Farm, and God bless their family, recently they had that little situation, which was horrible. But I did interview the family, and they were generational, and the daughter, she just didn't want to farm, but she did the farmers market and she did the marketing. So there's a lot of careers out of that. So speaking of careers, here you're going to college. What are you going to be studying?
I'm studying animal science. I'm going to be on the pre-vet track. So I'll get all of my prerequisites in if I do decide to go to vet school. Okay. Now, we had a conversation a year ago, and I was like, so what do you want to do? And you were saying, well, I want to go to this college. Is this the college that you were? Yes, this is my number one college. I mean, I was just looking at it online. Obviously, I was like, oh, it's going to be cold. It's so far away. Like, it wasn't at the top of my list. I was like, oh, maybe I'll look at it. And then I actually looked at it, and I was like, well, I have to go see it now. So my mom and I went out, and I fell in love with the area. the community. It just has everything that I want. Like it's definitely something for me.
Yeah, you
So
felt connected.
yes.
I know. And that's exactly like I try to explain to my kids. When you feel a connection, it's like this gut instinct. You're like, this is me. But you still had to apply. So do you think, this is what we want to encourage other people and kids, going into this, like, what you wanted to do. You wanted to get into this college. We talked about it. You're like, I have to apply. What should I do? But look at your career track, like what you did, FFA, Farm Fair Queen. Do you think that helped you get in?
Oh, definitely. I've seen a lot of things just on their like social medias and websites and stuff. They and a lot of schools personally pick who they think will succeed the most at their school, and I believe I fit their description very well, especially in the animal science department. Just because of all of the things I've been doing and what I'm striving to continue to do.
That's exciting news because, I love young people who just, even if you don't know what you want to do, you try different things to figure out. And how did you know you wanted to be a vet?
So I've kind of always just thought that I wanted to do something. I feel like I'm very, I like being a caretaker, and animals are just my thing. I love being around them. Even when I believe it was fourth grade, I went around my neighborhood, which isn't a neighborhood. I live on a farm. So I went down my road and handed out flyers for pet sitting, and some people actually liked me enough. How old was I? Like 10 years old, to watch their animals. So I got a lot of experience with that, and I'm still doing stuff like that, and I work at a vet now. And it's just like everything has grown, and I've gotten more into especially livestock, which is something I want to go into. I like the big animals and everything. I would even be open to doing like zoo animals, wildlife, like all of that interests me. So I feel like I have a lot to explore, and I'm very excited for it.
Oh, you should be, girl. You should
Yeah.
be really excited. And here is another little nugget for everyone. You work for a veterinarian place. Now, it was something of interest. What I'm saying is, like, try, if you have an interest, go work there, shadow somebody, because you could have gotten in there and said, yeah, no, I don't want to do this.
That's exactly my thought. So I think everyone who is looking for vet opportunities, especially if they're under the age of 18, they know that it's very hard to get a job because of insurance reasons, just because of the vets and everything. So I had an opportunity, and I took it just because I wanted to see what it was like, to see if I would like it. And I ended up loving it.
Yep, it added to that. Well, it gave you that extra affirmation, because let's face it, college isn't cheap.
Oh, yeah.
And when kids are going into school, you're coming out with a mini mortgage, if not a mortgage, for a career path. And if you aren't specific with what you want to do, and I'm sure it's even more complicated, but it is an opportunity that, takes some grit and along the way, and keep trying stuff. So any advice for a future farm fair queen, or any role? It doesn't have to be Burlington County Farm Fair, but just in the role that you played, for any girl who is like, I should do it, shouldn't do it. Like, what words of advice would you have for them?
Just like I told all of the contestants running this year, and even the officers for FFA who were thinking about running, just do it. Be confident. You act like you really want what you're going for, because you do. So people will feel that. They'll feel that connection, and they'll know that this is something that you're passionate about, and they'll understand where you're coming from. So just take that risk. And if you don't get what you want, at least you can say that you've done it and try again.
Yeah. And I believe everyone has a path. And even if you did get up there, what it's going to do, it's going to teach you. It's a confidence builder. Every time you do something, it makes you a little stronger to do the next level and the next level.
Definitely,
right?
Yeah. Like I could not public speak before high school, before FFA. I was even still struggling before Farm Fair Queen, and I've grown so much just through everything I've done.
Oh, yes, you have. I know. I'm so proud of you. And I wish you the best of luck. And I'm excited to follow your journey. So thank you for coming on.
Of course,
And
thank you.
best of luck on your travels. And everybody, so stay tuned for Burlington County Farm Fair. We have a lot of kids that we're going to be interviewing from there. So follow our podcast and follow the local ag channel, because after all, these are the kids of our future. Thanks for following. Like, share, and comment.